Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Turchi, Plymouth Whitemarsh High School Distinguished Graduate and Pediatrician at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children, and you're watching CITV.
Would all please rise for a salute to the flag of the United States of America. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated.
Good evening, parents, teachers, friends, school board members, and most importantly, the class of 2016. When I was a small child, I often gazed at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School from the back seat of my mom's car. My eyes always went right to the most prominent feature of the school, the bridge connecting the east and west buildings. If there were no students crossing the bridge, I was disappointed. Big kids crossed the bridge, and I was always longing to be one of those big kids. I truly felt like a big kid when I crossed the bridge for the first time at freshman orientation. Of course, then, I had no idea how cold the bridge gets in February. The bridge, which was always an iconic symbol of Plymouth Whitemarsh High School for me, slowly became a part of my everyday life. 4 years and countless trips across the bridge had dulled its importance to me. As time went on, I barely noticed the bridge when I crossed it to get to class, let alone when I drove past it. But this would change. While the school was under construction for the renovations, we encountered various detours as we commuted to class. Occasionally, we were forced to take the long way outside and around the bridge. It was in these scenic routes that I reconsidered my lost symbol of my school. Without our bridge, our path was missing, our connection was broken, and we struggled to cope without it. The bridge connects the east and west sides of our building, joining Mr. Coletta's microbiology class to Mr. Carr's Euro class. It connects the infamous smells of the French club's cheese day to the math clubs. It provides a path between Mr. Santoro's reassuring gaze to the candy bowl in the guidance office. It brings together the display cases of artwork in the 60s hallway to the basketball nets in the gym. It is painted like a canvas to promote events such as homecoming, Lunar New Year, and African American History Month. And most importantly, it is one of the only places inside the building that provides a true taste of the outdoors. This is especially true in February. I realized then that we need our connections to each other. We need our bridges. PW has been our bridge, bringing us together and cultivating lifelong friendships and opportunities. We have been prepped by our parents and our exceptional teachers. We have been molded by professional lab equipment, technical training, intensive art portfolios, in-depth history lectures, analytical English papers, laps in the pool, and, of course, Otis Spunkmeyer cookies. All of these things have provided us with the bricks and beams that we need to build our own bridges, our own connections, and the support needed to keep them standing. PW has given us all of the basic elements that we need for success. For this, we thank our parents, our teachers, the Colonial School District, and all of those who have served as our advisors, mentors, and friends over the last 12 years. Maybe now, at last, it is time for a new bridge. It is time for something else that we can stare at as we drive by, something new that we can explore, something that will connect us to those around us and remind us of the values we developed at PW. Here we are, assembled today. We have not only grown into big kids, but young adults ready to cross that bridge into our futures. Whether we move out of the state, out of the country, or remain in the Colonial School District, our foundations all remain grounded at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. Tonight, I encourage you all to consider the PW Bridge in a new light. Before I go, I will walk out on the bridge one last time, and maybe a small child in a passing car will see me from their back seat and smile. Congratulations, Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, class of 2016. Let's graduate.
Class of 2016. Tonight, you've reached a destination, your high school graduation. In your lifetime of milestones, this is an hour-and-a-half ceremony at the end of a 13-year-long journey. And it's a great accomplishment. But when you look back on this moment, at this destination point, what you'll remember is the journey you took to get here. Think about all the things you've learned from kindergarten to now, both in and out of the classroom. Think about the people you've met along the way, teammates, friends, teachers, coaches. Think about all the challenging, exciting, and fun experiences you've had. They're all part of the journey. As you head into your next adventure, you may have destinations in mind. But in reality, you'll spend most of your life on the journey to get there. And you should make the most of that journey and make it the richest and most rewarding you can. With that in mind, I have 4 thoughts I'd like to share with you to help you make the most of the journey. First, travel with good people. There are people in your lives right now that make you a better person. Hold on to them and seek out people in the future, friends, coworkers, teammates, mentors, who you're excited to see and whose company you enjoy. Look for people who challenge you to learn and experience new things. Trust your intuition. Avoid people who drain you or hurt you. Remember, it's a small car and a long trip. Choose very carefully who you want to accompany you on that ride. Second, if you keep driving without stopping, you'll run out of gas. If you travel that way on your journey, you won't get to see much, and you'll end up tired and frustrated. Keep your tank full by finding balance in your life. Find time for the things that are important to you and bring joy to your journey, whether it's your career, your family, your friends, your health, your hobbies. Strive to fill every day with the things that make it rewarding and inspiring to you. Third, don't be afraid of detours. Many detours are just minor inconveniences, and you'll quickly find your way back on the road to your destination. However, sometimes detours can alter the course of your life. Statistically, many of you will change your college major once you get started. You'll switch jobs several times and maybe even careers. You'll have changes in your personal lives. Use these detours to reevaluate and improve your journey and be open to new opportunities and new destinations. Finally, be careful about tying your happiness to your destinations. I'm sure many of you have looked forward to this day and said, I'll be happy when I graduate from high school. Maybe next will be, I'll be happy when I'm finished with college. Or I'll be happy when I get a job. I had a friend once said that her goal was to be happy by the time she was 35. I said, what are you waiting for? My advice to her is the same advice I have for you. Don't wait to be happy. As part of your journey, you'll always have destinations and goals, but you also need to find happiness along the way. If you hear yourself saying, I'll be happy when, make sure you stop and look for ways to find the joy now. For you, the class of 2016, this is a day, a starting point for a new journey. Your bags are packed with the knowledge, skills, and experiences you've gathered to this point, and you have a new destination on the horizon. Just remember that destinations are exciting, but they're a small portion of your life compared to the journey. As you travel to your next destination, surround yourself with good people, strive for balance in your life, look for opportunities from your detours, and be happy. Good luck and enjoy the ride.
The road ahead is not dictated by clear rules. The rules are unknown, the game unset, the pieces missing. For what lies beyond, the question lurks, how do you win? Monopoly. Make all other players go bankrupt. Candyland. Land on the rainbowed space. Chutes and ladders. Climb until you reach the 100th square. Cards Against Humanity. Be horrible. Color Wars. Be the class of 2016. With the objective neatly printed on the back of a cardboard box, winning is definitive, two-dimensional, linear. 12 years, we shared the same game board. Today, that game ends. We embark on a path governed not by a simple matrix, like the games of our childhood, with the backs of boxes to chart our journeys or define our wins. Life's a bit like chutes and ladders, without numbered spaces or spinners dictating the length of your climb. You rise, you fall. But when you do, you resolve not to flip the board. Find another ladder, climb a little further. Know that failing better each time is just another way to win. Unlike our favorite childhood board games, success is not determined by the roll of a die or the draw of a card. In fact, there is no board at all. Success is making your own rules, defining good friendships, identifying your values, knowing who you are, how you want to play the game, and sticking to it. Rules, perhaps not definitive in nature, but rather uncompromising in practice. What is definitive? When you lose. Playing a game that doesn't excite you, dedicating yourself to solving a puzzle, not inspired to see the picture that it creates, picking a playing piece that feels untrue. Pursue a life that nurtures curiosity. We act best in a playground of the impossible, with entire worlds at our fingertips, making talking animals out of computer pixels, bionic body parts out of electronic signals, standing at the forefront of social revolutions. Redefine the boundaries of self-expression. We are the generation that plays make-believe after recess is over. We are the generation that doesn't follow the rules, we change them. The game of life. Initiate and terminate as many rounds as you'd like. Venture gumdrop path one day, licorice lagoon the next. With confidence and resolve, your piece will always move forward. Moments from now, the final move in the game of high school will be made. Diploma in hand, the golden snitch caught, a prize which reads, "I open at the close." But if we want to come back, the deluminator, the light of our memories, will bring us home. I ask myself again, what does it mean to win? Look around. Our teachers, classmates, family, friends, the people we've been playing with for the past 12 years. The answer is clear. Class of 2016, game well played. Congratulations.
Good evening. It is my honor and privilege to officially present the class of 2016 of Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. To Mrs. Moore and the Board of School Directors, to Dr. Gordetzer, Superintendent of Schools, and to the Conshohocken, Plymouth, and Whitemarsh school community, I certify that the students present this evening have met the graduation requirements of the Colonial School District and are eligible to participate in this commencement ceremony. On behalf of the class of 2016, I would like to thank the team involved in planning this ceremony, many people from facilities, class sponsors, and the faculty have contributed to this evening's success. I would also like to recognize Assistant Principal Mr. Steve Price, Mrs. Jackie Savage, behind the scenes work, year-long planning, attention to detail. If we can give them a big round of applause, please. I would also like to recognize the family, friends, and community members here this evening. We would like to thank you for your ongoing support and involvement throughout the years. Big round of applause. Many thanks for all your support. Also present this evening, we have a variety of stakeholders from the Colonial School District who have made a difference in the lives of this special class of 2016. The Board of School Directors, cabinet members, administrators, support staff, and faculty members from the elementary, middle, and high school levels. We thank you for being a part of this ceremony and assisting this class along their journey. Let's give them a big round of applause, please, for all their work. To the class of 2016, congratulations. You have continued to carry the rich and deep-rooted tradition of excellence at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, both in and out of the classroom, helping to make our school one of the best in the state of Pennsylvania. Needless to say, there were countless hashtag PWProuds and hashtag PW posts, either tweeted or retweeted, recognizing the numerous accomplishments of this decorated class. I would like to highlight some of the outstanding accomplishments at this moment. Graduating seniors here this evening include Cappy Award winners from the musical Aida, including Best Featured Actress. Suburban 1 League champions in boys soccer, girls field hockey, wrestling, girls lacrosse, and members of the boys basketball team who are league and district champions. Members of a student body who represented PW with great passion, spirit, and enthusiasm at various sporting and homecoming events. Also present are club members who fundraise for the American Cancer Society, Colonial Neighborhood Council, and various organizations. Seniors present this evening include a flutist who participated in the National Music Ensemble, the first in PW history, a two-time All-State Band Festival participant, members of the Technology Student Association who placed first in numerous state competitions, and events and also placed nationally. Seniors who placed first in the region in Pennsylvania for the Governor's STEM competition. Members of DECA who placed in numerous events at the state level, and artists whose work was showcased at local businesses and also prominently in the community. Congratulations on these outstanding accomplishments. Give a big round of applause for our students. Throughout the year, Student Council, the Anti-Defamation League, ADL, the orientation leaders, the OLs, and the Principals Advisory Council, or PACs, contribute an incredible amount of time and hard work to help enhance the culture of excellence at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. I'd like for the members of these organizations to please stand and be recognized this time. ADL, PACs, OLs, Student Council. Thank you for your dedication, your leadership, and enhancing the culture of Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. You may be seated. Thank you. Academically, the class of 2016 has received nearly $12 million in scholarships. An astounding 120 students, more than 1/3 of the entire class, are graduating with a 4.0 GPA or higher. I'd like to highlight some of these students now. Please note, some of our fine students will be recognized more than once. Quite an achievement. Plymouth Whitemarsh High School had one senior named as a candidate in the 2016 U.S. Presidential Scholars Program, one of the nation's highest honors bestowed upon graduating high school seniors. Will this student please stand to be recognized? Will the 7 National Merit finalists and the 9 National Merit Commended Scholars please stand and remain standing? I would like to recognize the 4 AP Scholars with Distinction and 8 AP Scholars with Honor. Would you please stand? And we also have 23 AP Scholars to please stand and remain standing. I'd like for the members of the National Honor Society, Mrs. Penner, Mrs. Lynch, the co-sponsors, to please stand. And I also like to acknowledge one student. Designation was not in the booklet, and we apologize, Kaylin Gailey. Congratulations to you and all of the other NHS members. And let's give a big round of applause. Congratulations all of our students for their achievements. These accomplishments are truly, truly impressive. Congratulations to all of our students. You may be seated. We are thrilled to graduate our 5th AVID class. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination and is an organization dedicated to closing the achievement gap by preparing first-generation college students for college and career. This year, led by Mrs. Canning and Mr. Gork and Ms. King, our class of 2016 PWHS AVID students worked diligently and received more than $900,000 in scholarships over 4 years. Will the AVID students please stand to be recognized? Congratulations. You may be seated. We also have 7 students who will be serving our country, joining the military. Will those students please stand? Let's give a big round of applause for serving our country. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. Based upon numerous accolades in and out of the classroom, it is clear that you have demonstrated great success in your 4 years at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School. Class of 2016, I would like to shift your mindset to the moments that you were not so successful. The experiences in which you encountered challenges and experienced quote-unquote failure. You're probably thinking in your head, isn't this a time to celebrate our accomplishments, Dr. Bacani? You see, failure creates an opportunity for reflection, an opportunity for a new idea to emerge, an opportunity to learn and grow. A recent study reported in the Harvard Business Review indicated 95% of employees had a very limited view of their own fears, and that this led to poor decision-making, a dependence on survival rather than growth, and a failure to act unless there's a crisis. In short, their inability to acknowledge fear of failure made them ineffective employees who were afraid to take risks. In your career in the Colonial School District, you may have encountered quote-unquote failure in some capacity. This may have been a tough loss on the football field right here on Colonial Field, down 2 runs or 2 goals on the field for field hockey, lacrosse, or baseball, or soccer, or a lower grade than expected on an exam or a paper. These are opportunities to ask yourself, what can I do better? How can I be a better teammate? Critical feedback from a professor, a coach, or a boss is an opportunity to think, what am I missing? How can I give more time or effort, or am I giving my best? I'm sure there were failures and learning experiences when our senior flutist practiced and practiced to ultimately be precise and become among the nation's best. As part of the design process, our product design engineering senior students surely encountered multiple challenges and trials and errors and setbacks and failures that led to a successful creation of prototype chairs for our students at Conshohocken Elementary School. Seniors, as part of the boys basketball team, had a few setbacks, I am sure, which I'm sure they learned from, reflected, took a step back in order for the team to become the district champions. Our writing fellows experienced the challenges and failures firsthand, leading peers to enhance essays, papers, and research assignments. This reflection process and feedback ultimately improved their writing prowess. Talented senior art students were undoubtedly not pleased with elements of their artwork and photographs, and after careful reflection and attention to detail, finalized their piece, which was then recognized by the Pennsylvania State Education Association. We focus so much on success stories and what works that we often overlook the unmentioned road of failure, challenges, errors, and mistakes that ultimately lead to success. Class of 2016, the next phase of your life will bring forth many successes and challenges. Eagerly accept the challenges and setbacks and use them as an opportunity to learn and grow. Be resilient and persevere through the challenging times. Blend this growth mindset with your skills, competencies, and knowledge. When you do, you'll experience great success. Class of 2016, congratulations.
Good evening, graduates, teachers, faculty, friends, and family. Those of you on the field tonight are unique in many ways, whether it's where you'll continue your education, where you'll work next week, next month, or next year, or the road you took to reach this night, a night that should be celebrated with all the pomp and circumstance we can give you. But as graduating classes go, you're also unique in another way. You represent some of the last graduates to be born in one century and graduate in another. You may think a lot has changed since that ancient decade of your birth in the 1990s, but even more has changed in the 50 years that make up the history of Colonial School District. And I say that from personal experience. When I was a student in this very building, PW, more than 40 years ago, after being part of the first class ever in that building, which was Whitemarsh Junior High, the big news was that girls like me were finally allowed to wear pants to school. It was a big deal. We had only been allowed to wear dresses or skirts. On the other side of the aisle, boys were allowed to take home economics, another big deal. But all was not equal because I still couldn't take shop class. Obviously, a lot has changed since then. Not only are there young women out there destined for careers in science and technology who will never be asked to apologize for it, But there are young men out there who will end up as the primary child care provider in their homes and not have to apologize for that. From your first steps through Colonial in the old days of the early 2000s, you've experienced so many amazing things. You never knew the days before laptops at CMS or the science wing here at PW. But as we continue to embrace change in the Colonial's 50th anniversary as a district, remember that some things should never change. No shiny classroom, fancy piece of portable technology, or bright video boards will ever replace the teachers like those sitting on the field and in the stands tonight. Colonial has been and always will be about putting our students first. And the first step toward making that goal is to be sure that we have the best teachers guiding you from the first day of kindergarten to this very night. So while this night is all about you, please take the time to thank a teacher that has made an impact on you. He or she may be the one that you'll remember 50 years from now. Whether it's your teachers, parents, friends, our administration, or school board members, we are here tonight because we're incredibly proud of all of you. And we hope that tomorrow, next month, next year, and in 50 years from now, you are just as proud to be from here and be a PW graduate. I've lived in this district nearly my entire life, and when my family and I moved to neighboring Upper Dublin School District long before my own children sat on this field, I always knew something wasn't right. I loved my friends, my home, and of course my family, but I never felt like I was home. We moved back to Colonial 25 years ago, and everything felt just right. I was home. But being from here is not all about geography. Whether you buy a house down the street, move to the West Coast, or set up shop halfway around the world, you'll always be from here, and you'll always be welcome here. 18 years from now, different school board members will be celebrating another group of students on this field, students who are not even born yet. Students who'll look at the yearbook from the class of 2016 and may say, wait, why isn't that car driving itself? They will be the newest members of the Colonial family, but they will not have dipped a toe in the 1990s. You can tell tales of lunch in the East Caf or the West Caf, life before Snapchat, and a time before air conditioning in every PW classroom. You'll also welcome them to our family and know they will bring something unique to your shared hometown in the same way we look at all of you tonight. On behalf of the rest of the board, I offer my sincerest congratulations to the class of 2016. When you leave here tonight, we know you'll do big things for your friends, your teachers, your parents, your family, and for you. And we hope you'll do a little bit of those big things for all of us, because now you are from here too.
It is now my honor to present the diplomas to the officers of the senior class. President Luke Christopher Massio. Vice President Raymond Lawrence Hoy. Secretary Megan Christine Eney. Treasurer Brianna Lynn Schaefer. Coordinator Claire Margaret McAllister. That's Claire. And Coordinator Taylene C. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for our class officers. Congratulations. Thank you for all your work and your leadership.
Emily Ann Kamenecki. Sydney Morgan Klein. Leah Marissa Schick. Janina Reese Enid Ayala. Juliana Rose Gorman.
Julia Rose Abelman. Haley Brooke Abramowitz. Evan Benjamin Adler. Sharag Rahul Agarwal. Shahnaz Haitham Alubaidi. Matthew Brandon Amadeo. Kyle James Angelilli. Joseph Michael Angelo. Dylan David Annis. Mariah Dominique Antonelli.
Ethan Connor Berg. Connor Dennis Berry. Robin Gail Axelrod. Ayana Monet Banks. Madeline Rose Gardner Berman. Mariah Best. Austin C. Betterly. Benjamin Joseph Billings. Samantha Jordan Blum. Carly Tess Blumenthal.
Catherine Ann Anazeski. Isaiah Clayton Argue. Kevin Christopher Aschenfelter. Alexandria Ashton. Alexa Nicole Augustine. Grace Melanie Bridges. Nicolette Paige Briglio. Adam Nicholas Brock. Brett Matthew Brown. Kayla Michelle Brown.
Carly Wynn Blumenthal. Ayush P. Bogara. Jillian Ann Bogle. Shannon Elizabeth Bauer. Kyle Capo. Emily Rose Carpy. Hannah Karen Carr. Kareem J. Celestine. Kyle Thomas Chandler.
Matthew A. Brown. Alexis Senta Bryan. Gabrielle Bucci. Connor Patrick Burke. Miles Xavier Burkett. Devon Tyreek Burrell. Rachel L. Butcher. Victoria Marie Byrne. Patrick T. Byron. Veronica Y. Byen.
Alexa Hope Chapman. River Chesky. Eric Tyler Chun. Lydia Rose Chaffone. Grace Elizabeth Cifalelli. Jack Brady Clancy. Allison Sarah Cohen. Rebecca Dina Cohen. Kasim M. Coleman. Marcus Anthony Coleman.
Garrett Oliver Core. Kevin Michael Cosgrave. Justin Dominic Cruz. Catherine J. Culp. Stephen William Daywalt. Anna Brigitte Deeg. Wesley Evan Deeg. Darren William Delaney. Ryan Frank Dempsey Jr. Jacob A. DeSanto.
John Joseph Collins. Jared Michael Connor. Matthew Aaron Cooper. Jonathan J. Doherty. Monica Caroline Dresnan. Brianna Renee Ducksworth. Kenneth T. East. Jamie Rose Ehrlich. Amir M. Eisen. Alec John Ellinger.
Joseph Christopher DePaul. Dakota James Dayak. Sophia Catherine DeFalco. Emily Kaler Dinda. Sean Patrick Diorio.
Kasai Jamard Evans.
Dana Claire DiPiero.
Jose Narell.
Carly Daniela Fine. Sarah Camille Fisher. Taylor Duren Fisher. Kira Kathleen Flanagan.
Desmond Kasai Jamard Evans. Emerald Jose Narell Evans. Sarah Elizabeth Farmer. Sadulo Faz. Jessica Goldie Feldman. Daniel Joseph Ferrioli. Matthew James Gerner. Aaron Ross Gersh. David Weber Giannitzos. Andrew Thomas Giannoni.
Bruce Cogswell Flint III. Riley Grace Floor. Whitney Ann Fordby.
You know what? I'll just hand it to you. Don't worry about it.
William Fordby Jr. Meredith Catherine Fritz. Ronald Michael Fry. Austin P. Gaber. James Robert Gaines. Amanda Lynn Galzik. Kaylin Louise Gailey.
Gabriella Savannah Giles. Blake Matthew Goldstein. Skylar Lee Goldstein. Timothy M. Graw. Timothy A. Gruchez. Anna Marie Guayada. Sonia Marie Habel. Deanna Marie Hansberry. John Woodruff Hansel. Elena Marie Inazelli.
Jenna Gallagher. Kelsey Elizabeth Gallagher.
We're right here.
Eric James A. Garman. Dylan Nicholas Gast.
Right here.
James Patrick Gata. Matthew John Gata. China Lee Harp. Tania A. Harris. Paige Marie Hoy. Jordan Elizabeth Heaton.
Kayla Ranique Irvin. Ellen Merle Jacobs. Sabrina Jastrom. Keenan L. Jemison. Deja K. Johnson. Jabrea Shayana Johnson. Victoria Eva Johnson. Christian Joseph Jones. Emmanuel Lee Jones. Patricia Ann Rose Marie Jones.
William J. Heller. Morgan Marie Hennessy. Monica Alexandra Higgins. Chase Andrew Hodges. Taylor Evan Holmstrom. Eleanor Jordan Holzen. Allison Grace Horgan. Samantha Juliet Horry. Noah Logan Horwitz. Justin Michael Howell.
Joseph William Joette. Haley M. Kagan. Jillian Mano Kays. Emily Rose Keller. Leo Jacob Kelly. Jordan Ryan Kessler. Dylan Scott Kevich. Jacob Andrew Laudenbach. Kevin Patrick Lawrence Jr. Angelina Marie Labresco.
Colleen M. Huffnagel. Brianna Taylor Hylinski. Leah Rose Cachadorian. Vandana Khatri. Daniel Kim. Gabriel Joshua Kim. Connor Patrick Kassane.
Hold on.
Christina Marie Kissling. Carly Rachel Kligerman. Ross E. Kligerman.
Lauren Elizabeth Letter. Emma Gaetana Lepore. Marcus Levering Bogle. Jessica Hope Levin. Nathan Alexander Levy. Adam James Lloyd. Nicholas Stephen Lockard. Jacqueline M. Lorenzon. Michael John Latito. Colleen Patricia Mallison.
D. Michelle Lamaza. Nicole Ram Knudsen. Philip Joseph Conrad. Alexander Barrett Krowitz. Spencer H. Krowitz. Brian Paul Krepto. Naomi Eve Krisner. Sarah Kuleb. Joshua David Kunicki. Casey Marie Marshall.
Xavier Zaire Malone. Jamir Z. Mapp. Michael W. Morano. Vincent Lee Marcosi. Sophia Ann Marinaccio. Alexander James Mellon. Maria Fernanda Mendoza Pina. Dana Miller. Emily Leanne Miller. Leslie Grace Miller.
Julianne O. Matza. Brendan James McAllister. Shannon Grace McAllister. Catherine Rita MacArthur. Caitlin Elizabeth McBride. Marissa Lee McBride. Sabrina Caitlin McBride. Grace Eileen McGuire. Jack Patrick McHugh. Adam E. McKinley.
Aurora Bridget Mills. Jeffrey G. Mills. Grady Ali Minnick. Shanira Ranisha Mitchell. Brandon N. Moore. Rebecca Susan Elizabeth Moore. Jordan S. Nace. Hajra Najam. Eunice Nam. Stephen Michael Nardo.
Marcus Allen McKinnon. Caitlin Suzanne McMonigal. Genevieve Marie O'Brien.
Quad D.
Sean Patrick O'Brien. Justin Patrick Oakes. Evie Marie Ortiz. Michael Christian Palermo. Sean Thomas Pantano. Aaron Nathan Paskin. Max Stillman Paul.
Nafis Kwadi Nasir. Kaylee Elena Natali. Jacob S. Nierenberg. Justin P. Nicewonder. Olivia Rose Nordberg. Sierra LaJean Phillips. Jared Vaughn Phipps. Nicholas John Pinardo IV. Victoria Lee Pinyard. Melissa R. Platt.
Jacob G. Panna. Mariah Jasmine Pena. Kelvin Pang. Gianna Perone Johnson. Erica G. Perry. Ryan Christopher Repples. Taylor Lee Richardson. Alana C. Richmond. Christopher Anthony Rinaldi. Christopher Aaron Robinson.
Gabrielle Faith Pluto. Alexandra Marie Posa. Alexander Joseph Pressman. Dominic Samuel Procaccino. Anthony J. Proieto. Amara A. Quasi. Emma Bridget Quinn. Jacob Anthony Rasich. Kayla Nicole Reynald.
Gianna Aime Rocca. Carolyn Marie Rogers.
Josie.
Sienna Rose Ronca. Sierra Renee Rose. Kyle Matthew Rosenberg. Melanie Patricia Sammons. Rachel Brooke Schwab. Jake Garrett Schwartz. Edward John Sciartino. Marissa Skopanich.
Joseph Dutch Reardon. Catherine Marie Riley. Matthew Scott Riley. Sage Marie Stokes. Sean Michael Sen. David Ray Sellers. Ashley Nicole Sergio. Camille Elise Sherlock. Lena Shee. Rachel Jane Silberman.
Natalie Seener. Jake Douglas Siegel. David Spilov. Douglas Edward Stanish. Alyssa Steinberg.
Okay, Pop.
Hannah Marnie Stern. Julia Ann Stobrel. Nikki Patricia Stoll. Tyler Andrew Slagowski. Shane Michael Sullivan.
Maxwell David Silvers. Tyler Simpson. Cyrus Caleb Sergio. Jenna Slotowski. Michael Thomas Slattery. Sierra E. Smith. Dawson Solomeo Faust. Shay Terea. Nashay Terea Solomon. Young Shin Song.
Demi Sunkins. Grace Mary Sutcliffe. Nicholas Tyler Swetkowski. Michael Nicholas Sweater. Christopher Robert Simnoski. Christopher Michael Taglianetti. Anthony C. Tamaro. Julia R. Tamaro. Devin Taylor Taramina. Victoria Taramina.
Lonnie Blair Sapinski. Oakley Nathaniel Spencer. Eric Vincent Taverna. Jewel Alyssa Terraces. Noelle Christine Thomas. Paul Matthew Thomas. Dean Alex Torcato. Paige M. Totten. Carly Renee Travers. Terrell Deshawn Tuggle.
Jacob Vincent Watson. Tyler James Wells. Quinn O'Donnell Wisson. Quincy James Williams. Mary Margaret Willis. Vienna Lee Willman. Kara Elizabeth Wilson. Jake Tyler Winterbottom. Madison Lee Womelsdorf. Taylor Elizabeth Woodward.
Aaliyah Teray Tull. Emily Karen Usach. Blake Kyla Valentino. Jackson William Versack. Olivia Rose Vitrone. Samuel H. Wallace. Ian Patrick Warner. Adam Cole Wasserman. Kathleen Rose Wirt.
Ariana Taja Wright. Ashley Lynn Yager. Jared Joseph Young. Zachary Kobe Zigmond.
Good evening, administrators, board members, family, friends, and class of 2016. It is a great honor to speak in front of you today. I want to take a moment to first thank our class sponsors, Mrs. Delaney and Mr. Monero, for everything that they've done for our class these past 4 years. They helped make our time here at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School some of the most memorable years of our lives. And as a class, we are eternally grateful. I also want to thank my fellow class officers, Raymond Hoy, Megan Eney, Brianna Schaefer, Claire McAllister, and Taylene C., for their tireless dedication and drive to make our senior year the huge success that it was. Without their hard work, none of this would have been possible. And lastly, I want to thank the class of 2016 for allowing me to serve as your class president for these past 4 years. It's been my privilege to be a part of the bonding and memories that our class has experienced throughout our time here. From back-to-back Color Wars champs to the largest senior skip day in PW history, and the renovations that changed our senior year, our class has been through a lot. We even dealt with our school being put up for sale. And through it all, we all stuck together and came out with bonds and friendships that will last us a lifetime. Now, each year, the graduating class is tasked with leaving a class gift to the school that will be the final stamp of their legacy. So this year, what our class decided to do was present the school with a colonial mascot, one that will exemplify the pride and passion that is not only displayed by the students, but rather the entire community. My fellow graduates, we are at a point in our society where it appears that divisiveness has conquered unity. This is one of the gravest dangers to our democracy, and we must reject this notion. Going forward in life, our generation will be faced with many challenges, but let us not shy away from them. Let us be the thinkers of tomorrow that solve the problems of today. We must rise up against ignorance, we must rise up against hatred, and we must rise up against division. As Abraham Lincoln once said, "A house divided cannot stand." Let us break down the walls and barriers that divide us and begin to build the bridges that will ultimately unite us. We must lay the foundation for the society that we want to see. We must be the change. Class of 2016, we will be the change. Thank you. Have them move the tassels now. Graduates, please move your tassel from right to left. Now please rise for the singing of the alma mater.
I know it. I know you do. Don't know if I've ever sung it, but I know it.
Oh, may the ties that bind us carry through the years with our belief in God and freedom, future without fear. For this is our heritage from our patriots true, instilled by you the red and blue of Plymouth, Whitemarsh High.
Class of 2016, you are dismissed.